Okay, today I am going to discuss the spore bearing organ of psilotum. In the last class I discussed the sporophytic structure. Now I discuss spore bearing organ of psilotum. Actually, psilotum, the common name is whisk fern. Whisk fern. I told you in the last class, actually whisk fern is the common name. It has two pieces. One is psilotum nudum, another is psilotum flaccidum. Two Indian pieces. Psilotum nudum and flaccidum, they are pieces and commonly known as whisk fern. You know, this fern actually homosporous. Homosporous, correct. We need to understand what is homosporous. When all the spores are same size and same structure, that called homosporous situation. Number one, size same. Example, psilotum. Actually, psilotum shows homosporous situation because all the spores are same size and shape. And shape. And actually, they are originated from same mother cell. The spores are produced. The spores are produced same mother initial. So this is called homosporous. Homosporous situation. Now I discuss the spore bearing organ of psilotum. Our question, spore bearing organ. Or you can say this is synangium. তাহলে কোশ্চেনটা হলো write a short note about spore bearing organ or synangium. We have to draw a picture for spore bearing organ. You know the sporangium, better to say synangium, develops on the plant body. This is the plant body. In this plant body, a spore bearing organ is developed This is biform appendages, appendage, and developed sporangium, better to say triloculus sporangium. This is triloculus sporangium.
হ্যাঁ স্যার আছি।
Trilocular
মিউট কর।
sporangium.
কি?
মিউট কর।
Trilocular sporangium. This sporangium actually fusion of three separate sporangia. So this is the spore bearing organ of psilotum, actually called synangium. This is known as synangium. Okay. Now we have to understand the cross section of the triloculus sporangium. If you cut the section, you can get the anatomical structure like this. Here is sporangium. It is trilocular. There are three separate sporangium. Actually, better to say sporangia. This is the outermost covering of the synangium. It is multi-layered. And numerous spores are produced which are same size and shape. Numerous haploid spores are produced within each sporangium. So this is the final structure of synangium. Actually, in this structure, if you look, there are three separate sporangium. These sporangia are fused within a boundary. So this is called synangium. Syn means fusion, and here the full form synangia. Actually, synangium. This is called synangium. Now the question: sporangia actually trilobed. If you look here, three separate chamber present. So it is trilobed, lobed structure. Number 2, consisting of 3 to 4 layers. If you look 1, 2, 3 and 4, there are many layers around the structure. So 3 to 4 layers structure. And generally, presence of vascular supply in each sporangia. If you look, you know this is the vascular land plant because pteridophyte is the first vascular land plant within the plant kingdom. So vascular supply present in each the sporangia. It supplies nutrition. It functions as a xylem and phloem. So we can write it presence of vascular supply in each sporangium. In each sporangium, actually in each sporangium, this is the most important character. I repeat again, you know pteridophyte is the first vascular land plant within the plant kingdom. So in this fern or pteridophyte, you can observe presence of vascular supply, that is shortly VS, অর্থাৎ vascular supply present, not vertical section here, this is vascular supply. And the nature of the spore, you know, I told you last, homosporous situation. If you look, all the spores are same size and same shape. So this is homosporous situation. This homosporous situation present in each sporangium separately. And the most important character, the development is eusporangiate type. What is eusporangiate type? It is the most important character. Eusporangiate means, you know, I told you in the last figure, all the spores of a sporangium are developed from same initial mother. Same initial mother means a mother which produces another spore. So all the spores are same size. Suppose spores are produced from same initial mother, so this is called eusporangiate type. The most important definition, it may come for 2 marks. Actually the eusporangiate type means same mother. Eusporangiate type means same mother. Actually the spores are developed from same mother. So eusporangiate type of development. Here the key point, same initial mother is same. So the development is eusporangiate type. Now I repeat this portion again. There are 3 separate sporangium here if you look. So this is a trilobed structure. Trilobed, presence of 3 lobe and presence of 1, 2, 3, 4, 3 to 4 layered boundary. So this is called 3 to 4 layer structure. It is better to say it consists of 3 to 4 layer structure. Presence of vascular supply in a sporangia. Suppose it is a sporangia. Here supply of presence of vascular supply, that is xylem or phloem. So this supply prominently present here Remember it. Homosporous situation. Homo means same, spore means haploid structure. So these spores are homosporous. So actually we can say this is homosporous situation because all the spores are same size and same structure also. Shape. They develop from same initial mother, so their development is eusporangiate type. Here the most important point, development. The development is eusporangiate type. Now I discuss the different controversial opinion regarding the morphological nature of Synangium. Actually, a single sporangium which has many spores. This is sporangium. Sporangium, it is a sac where spore present. But here actually there are three separate sporangium but fused within a chamber. How it is possible? If you ask me, it is a single sporangium or not. It may be trilobed, but sporangium has a single chamber generally. But in this case, if you look, there are three separate sporangium but fused. So you can't say it is a single or it may be trilobed. So there are different opinions regarding the structure of psilotum, and that opinions are called morphological nature of spore bearing organ. Now I discuss the next portion, which is the controversial part. Actually the controversial part here, the question morphological.
স্যার, হ্যালো
Yes.
স্যার।
হ্যাঁ
স্যার, আগের কথাটা একবার উল্টাবেন।
হ্যাঁ morphological nature of synangium. Synangium. So here actually the previous portion. This is the previous portion. Now I discuss the
সেম ইনিশিয়াল মাদার তো
same initial mother.
ইউজ করেন যেটা সেম। আচ্ছা, ঠিক আছে।
Okay. Actually, we need to understand the morphological nature of synangium. In this case, the morphological nature of synangium means, according to some workers, there are different types of opinions. Now, different scientists expressed different opinions regarding the morphological nature of the fertile spore-bearing structure of psilotum. I repeat again, different scientists expressed different opinions regarding the morphological nature of the fertile spore-bearing structure of psilotum. So, the first opinion, according to Jurani, according to I want to write some scientist name. According to Jurani, 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 in 1871, Strasburger, Straspuger, Strasburger, Goebel, Goebel. There are three different scientists, but they opined the synangium, the entire structure, as a small fertile branch bearing two leaves and a triloculous sporangium. The entire structure, that means this is the entire structure. It develops on a small branch bearing two leaves. These are two leaves, okay, and develops on a small branch. This is the plant body. So you can understand this. According to Giuliani and Stechberger and Goebel, they opine that a small fertile branch, this is small fertile branch, this is fertile branch on which two leaves present, you can observe two leaves here present, and practically a triloculous sporangium. If you analyze the structure here, triloculous sporangium present here. So this is the first opinion of Giuliani, Stechberger and Goebel in the year 1871. This is the first opinion regarding the Synangium. They opined a branch which has two leaves bears a triloculous sporangium. They use the term trilocular. Remember it, trilocular. They prominently use the term trilocular. Actually, sporangium. They say sporangium. So this is the important term by them. Okay, triloculous sporangium is the important term by Stechberger, Giuliani and Goebel. Now the second opinion. Look the second opinion. According to some workers, bifork appendages and trilobed sporangia together constitute sporophyll-like structure. Some workers, I am not mentioning workers' name, some workers, they opine that actually the bifork appendages, you can write here, this is the sporophyll-like structure. They use the term sporophyll. Sporophyll means, in the last class in Synagium I told you, sporophyll means sporangium bearing structure. Suppose I can take an example. In case of Lycopodium, another fern, there you can observe a sporangium present with sporophyll. It is found in Lycopodium. So they use the term. They actually use this example. According to some workers, they described sporophyll-like structure present. Look, these are leaf-like structure, and here sporangium present. This is the trilobed sporangium. So, according to some workers, bifork appendages, I repeat the sentence, bifork appendages and trilobed sporangium, you know this is trilobed sporangium, together constitute the sporophyll similar like of Lycopodium. They actually take an example, that is Lycopodium, which has sporangium, but this sporangium is simple, you know, with sporophyll like portion. This is sporophyll. So they take this example for the explanation of Psilotum Synangium. I repeat this sentence, dilogue sporophylls and stylosporangium and leaf-like sporophyll constitute the structure. It's similar with Lycopodium. They actually like to use this example. Okay. So now another opinion, that also some workers also, we are not mentioning their names because there are different names, so we can write it workers. The third option, the third opinion, according to some workers, another opinions. Actually, they are trying to compare with equisetum. You know, I take an example here, Lycopodium, because they compared it with Lycopodium, and these workers who are working, so they compared with Equisetum. This is Equisetum. You know, Equisetum also a fern. I described it the last class. So in case of Equisetum, you know, the spore bearing organ actually looks like this. Suppose this is a sporangiophore of Equisetum, where sporangia are hanging from a disc. So in this structure it is called sporangiophore. You remember it. This is sporangiophore. This is a disc, okay, where sporangia are hanging. Sporangia are pendant. They are hanging from a disc, and it has a actually stalk. This stalk is called sporangiophore. So it is found in Equisetum. You imagine the Equisetum genus, okay? The common name of Equisetum I told you, horsetail, in the last class. Now I compare it with Psilotum. Actually it is compared by some workers. So some workers state that structure of Equisetum sporangiophore, this is sporangiophore, you know, actually similar with Psilotum, because in this structure, you know, this is trilobed, and here the bifork appendages. According to some workers, they are trying to compare it because they describe this is sporangiophore which has sporangium, numerous sporangium, and this is Psilotum where the trilobed present. Actually, they compared it. So this is another controversial opinion, that is third opinion. And the many scientists, the fourth opinion, many scientists, not workers now, many scientists actually are confused. You know, confusion is normal in here. Many scientists are confused regarding the nature of the synagium. So according to some scientists, this organ, you know, this organ actually where trilobe structure is present, this organ is a confusion organ. So they used a term, the confusion organ. It may be single sporangium or maybe trilobe sporangium, but which one is correct we don't know. So in this structure they use the term actually sui generis. Sui generis, a new word for you. Sui generis is a terminology which used in a controversial case, because if you look the previous opinion here, according to the first Jurani, Stesberger and Goebel, they describe this as a triloculus sporangia. But some workers compare it with Lycopodium, where a single sporangium with single sporophyll. They compared it with Psilotum. Another team of some workers, they compare it with Equisetum. But which one is correct we don't know. You are also confused now. So many scientists are also confused regarding the structure. So this is sui generis. They use the term sui generis. The sui generis is a terminology which used by many other scientists regarded it as an organ sui generis. The sui generis is neither a single sporangium nor a trilobed. Now I give you another example according to Bayer-Host. In this end, you know, I give you another example according to Bayer-Host. He opined that according to Bayer-Host, look the example. The actually the last fourth, fifth. Look the fifth controversy case. According to the most important scientist, according to Bayer-Host, according to Bayer-Host, in 1971, you know, this year is close year. This year is recent, approximately close. So he described the trilobed sporangium represent three separate sporangia. According to him, the trilobed sporangium represents three separate sporangia,
স্যার খাতাটা একটু নিতে পারবেন?
three separate.
একটু উপরেরটা কি? হ্যাঁ,
Okay,
ঠিক
okay.
আছে, ঠিক আছে, ঠিক আছে।
Three separate sporangia. Three separate sporangia. So in this case, three separate sporangia on a central axis, which have fused to form a synagium. If you look the sentence, according to Bayer-Host in 1971, this year is closed year for us. Actually, the trilobed sporangium, you know, trilobed sporangium means this is trilobe structure, and if you make this actually sporangium form, this is a trilobed sporangium. The trilobed sporangium represent three separate sporangia. Look, this is one sporangium, another sporangium, and another sporangium. There are three separate sporangia. So the sentence three separate sporangia, GIA, means plural form, on a central axis. On a central axis means here actually this is bifurc appendages. Okay, on a central axis which have fused to form synangium. So he used the term that is synangium. It is the most important term. I started this portion with this term. So this is the synangium. So actually he used the term synangium here. So in this case, you know, this is synangium, and this synangium generally described by Bayer-Host. Now the question, what is synangium? I hope you understand these topics. So, according to Bierhost, the trilobed represents three separate sporangia on a central axis which have fused to form a synagium. You know, biologically syn means fusion, and here three separate sporangia. So, this is the fusion of three separate sporangia. So he used the term synagium. Now, so he used the term synagium. Actually, in this case, if you observe it, the last scientist, now I write the last opinion regarding the morphological nature of synagium. The last opinion, Yu Shen of Kollan University. Yu Shen, one scientist of Kollan University. Kollan University. Actually, according to him, we can write that his opinion because it is the last opinion regarding the morphological nature of Synangium. So you have to understand this topic by the last opinion. Actually, according to Yu Shen of Kollan University, according to him, the anatomical, you know, anatomy means section. The anatomical studies of different sporangia at various stages of development do not confirm. Remember, do not confirm. He told, do not confirm do not confirm with the view with the view of with the view of the trilocular sporangium with the view of trilocular sporangium of psilotum is a fusion of three different sporangia. So it is the last opinion of Yu Shen of Kollan University. You know the Kollan University, another university. According to him, the anatomical studies of different sporangia means here three sporangia present at various stages. You know, actually he cut the section at various stages, that is younger, older and mature of development. Actually he studied various stages of the synangium of development. Do not confirm with the view of the trilocular sporangium or psilotum. Means he is not confirmed the view of trilocular. It is a trilocular, he is not confirmed. I repeat this sentence again. It is a trilocular, he is not confirmed. So is a fusion of three different sporangia. So the answer is yet to be unknown, because regarding the nature we can't complete answer. Usually in the recent year, Kolkata University means recent year. In this case, actually he described he is confused because he is not confirmed with the view of the trilocular sporangium psilotum is a fusion of different sporangia. Actually, sporangia means single, but here, Bayer was told generally three separate sporangia form Synangium. But you cannot say this because sporangia always in a single sporangium spore present. This is called general case, but this is abnormal or controversial case. So you which one is correct? According to definition of sporangium, this is correct, but this is not correct. Anatomically, three separate sporangia present in a single structure. So that is the anomalous structure. So due to anomalous nature, we cannot say the actual answer. You can write it by different authors. So you can complete this question by this opinion. So I hope you understand these topics. If have you any question, you can tell me.
স্যার বলছি স্যার এই যে সাইনেনজিয়ামের এটা কি স্যার বড় কোয়েশ্চেনে আসতে পারে, ডিসক্রাইব দ্য স্ট্রাকচার অফ সাইনেনজিয়াম?
Actually, there are different types of question. Question may become actually describe the morphological nature of xylotum, or the question may become actually write a short note about synangium. So there are different types of question may become. Okay, but the first question, have you any confusion